You're watching Investor Insights, and in this video I'm going to go into a little bit more detail about the fees that you incur when you decide to invest with a mutual fund or managed investment. Now, I've already made a video earlier about the cons of putting your money with money managers, and in this video I'm gonna more specifically detail the actual costs of owning or being part of these managed investments. First and foremost, you've got an entry fee. Before you invest any money into the investment, they have to take a little percentage out, sort of like a sign-on fee. Certain funds don't charge this, like things like industry super funds and the like, but most of the time you have to incur just a little bit of an entry fee. This can range from 0.01%, 0.1%, to, if you're with a boutique hedge fund, 2%. 2% is a lot of money. You put 100 grand into a hedge fund and you got to cough up 2 grand before they've even done anything for you. That's expensive. The second fee would be an exit fee. This may or may not be applicable to the mutual funds or hedge funds or super funds, but let's just say in certain funds they charge you money to take your own money out, and this again can vary from a tiny 0.01% or through to maybe half a percentage point or a full percentage point. And again, that's expensive. Your portfolio is now worth 100 grand. To see your 100 grand, it's going to cost you $1 grand. It's not clever investing, if you ask me. But let's talk about management fees. If you're with a very low cost index fund or an industry super fund, you may only be paying half a percentage point or a percentage point a year. Sounds reasonable, because you don't really have to do anything. They do all the accounting or the taxation implications. They do all the collecting of dividends. They do all the distributions. You know what? You sit on your butt all day long and you don't do any research. You don't do any of the background analysis behind stock picking or whatever trades that these guys do for you. You know what? 1 percentage point, half a percentage point, just pay them. That's okay. One fee that most people don't really read the fine print about, and they just think, I've never heard of this, is what's called a performance fee. Now, a lot of funds charge this, and most people aren't aware of it. But it could be the biggest cost within your managed investment. And what this performance fee is if they outperform whatever benchmark index that they're comparing themselves to, they get to charge you a percentage on top of their outperformance over the base index. So, just for example, if your super fund is up 10% for the financial year, but yet the index that it's compared to is only up 5%. So your super fund or your managed investment has outperformed the index by 5%. Now that outperformance, they could be charging you 10 or 20% of that. I know it sounds ridiculous. I know it sounds greedy. But if you read the fine print, it's going to be there. And the scary thing is, even when they lose you money, they can charge that performance fee to you. So if your managed investment is down 10%, but the market is down 20%, then technically your super fund or your managed investment has outperformed the market by 10%. And that 10% outperformance, they're going to send you the bill for it. And that's not fair. And basically, managed investment, all these mutual funds and super funds and hedge funds, they're a rip-off. But then again, those fat cats have to be paid. Those fat cats who are just lemmings and following every other investment manager out there is going to charge you an entry fee, an exit fee, a management fee, and maybe even a performance fee. Those are the main ones. If they come up with some new sort of way to get blood out of a stone, good luck to them. But they're the main four that I want you to take into consideration next time you decide to pour money, hard-earned money, into a managed investment. Because if you do the math, it's not worth it. It's always better to do things for yourself. So, until next time, happy investing.